Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the Bluetti AC50B portable power station. For those of you who saw the previous Bluetti reviews that I've done on the AC180 and also the AC240, you'd see that there's a lot of advantages with these electric power stations. Because why? You're not having to cart around fuel, you don't have the noise, and you don't have the fumes of a more traditional generator. So those campsites that, prohibit that, you can obviously use this, and there's no problems with providing power to your campsite. Also too, you can use it in the event of a blackout. Very, very handy obviously to have that extra power. And one of the greatest things that I love about these is the fact that you can plug in a solar panel to them and obviously charge it. So you're not having to worry about buying fuel to run it like a more traditional generator. So it comes with a 240 volt charging cable, solar power charging cable, cigarette lighter charging cable, a grounding screw, warranty card, and the Bluetti manual. So the dimensions on it, let's start with that. 28 centimeters in length or 11 inches. We've got 20 centimeters in width or 7.9 inches. And the height of it is 22 centimeters or 8.7 inches. The overall weight is 7.5 kilos or about 16.5 pounds. So it's certainly not going to, weigh you down if you're throwing this in the car and going on a camping trip. The operating temperature for it is between -4 degrees and plus 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or -20 degrees to plus 40 degrees Celsius. It comes with a 5-year warranty, and at the time of doing this review, Bluetti have got a sale on. It's down from $700 to $529. I'll put the links below this review on YouTube. You've got 700 watts of power output over 5 outputs that you can use for charging multiple devices, and I'll show you all that up closer in just a moment. You've also got the ability to charge from a 240 wall socket, or from solar, or from your cigarette lighter port in your car. You've got a 20 amp 448 watt hour lithium iron phosphate battery that runs the AC50B. So the 5 outlets that we've got here, the 230 volt 3 amp 700 watt outlet. We've got the 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter outlet. We've got 2 USB-C 65 watt outlets, and then 1 USB-A 15 watt outlet. Charging times will vary on what you're using to charge the Bluetti. So if you're using your wall socket at home there, you can get as quick as 45 minutes to charge to 80% capacity. If you're using the 200 watt solar, now keep in mind this is a maximum of 200 watt of solar input to charge this device. If you're using that, you can charge it as quick as 3 hours. If you're in the car, depending on whether you've got a 12 volt outlet or a 24 volt outlet, you're going to be looking anywhere between 3 to 7 hours in total to charge it. So to turn it on, all you do is just hold the power button for a couple of seconds and up it'll come. So on the panel you can see the input in watts. We're at 100% battery life, and we've also got the output in watts as well. So pretty straightforward. Let's get into some testing. Okay, so let's just start with plugging in the iPhone, where we've got it into the USB-C port. So we're only using about 8-9 watts of power, and we've got roughly about 19 to 20 hours of runtime at this power output. So, you imagine the amount of times you could recharge a phone or a number of phones, off this Bluetti device. So now we're charging the Mini Pro 3 drone. Now this is only using 27 watts of power, and we've got almost 11 hours of runtime, so 10.7 hours of runtime. So I've plugged in the 46 litre June camping fridge. Let's see what it draws. As you can see, 50 watts of power. We've got just under 7 hours of runtime, and that's humming along just nicely, keeping everything cool. So if you're on a job site, obviously you want to be able to recharge some of your batteries. So I've just got the standard Milwaukee charger here, and I've got one of the 5 amp lithium batteries, and that's drawing 217 watts of power, and we've got about 1.8 hours of runtime. So now I'm charging my Olight Javelin Pro 2, so We got it charging, guys, but there's actually no output. And I've even tried the USB-A with my actual camera that I'm recording on. So I put the charge on it and it didn't register either. So I guess, you know, only using what, 15 watt outlet is not really registering. I don't know why, but it is actually charging. Okay, so I want to run a test here, guys. So if you're out, you know, camping for a few days and you have just some items that you want to be able to use, obviously we've got the fridge, the drone, the phone and the torch all charging at the same time. So these are common items that people use nowadays. So what's our total draw? So currently we're using only 53 watts of output and about 6 hours of run time. So if you're away for a few days, then obviously you need power somehow, okay? So what's the easiest way to do it? My view is use one of their foldable solar panel units. So this one here is only a small one. It's a 120 watt unit. So as you can see there, it's set up, angled correctly to the full sun. And let's see if we can offset some of that power. So it's climbing up. So currently we've got about 127 watts, 128 watts of power going into the Bluetti, and we're only using 52 watts of power. So the Bluetti battery is on 91%, so we're actually going to be charging it more than what we're actually using. So as you can see here, we've actually dropped down a little bit. The sun sort of disappeared behind a cloud for a bit. Now it's come back out. But either way, we're hovering around between sort of 90 up to over 100 watts of input, which is perfect. It's going to offset this nicely, charge up the battery for overnight use. So if you have a power blackout, one of the most important things is your fridge and your freezer. So this 500 litre upright freezer is easily run even on this small Bluetti. The drawer is 123 watts and we've got almost 2.9 hours of run time at 91% of battery. So, you know, that's not enough to get through the night, is it, in the event of a blackout? However, if you were, you know, in a blackout and you had one of these devices and a decent enough solar panel and obviously having sun through the day, you could offset it and continue to run, you know, a household fridge freezer. However, in saying that, guys, my view on it, I would be going for a much larger Bluetti unit. But I thought I'd run this test just out of interest for you. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up my final thoughts on the Bluetti AC50B portable power station. As you've seen from this review, is it really a replacement should you have a blackout in your house? No, it's not going to be running the household items, you know, like the 180 or the 240 will. Definitely not in the same league. However, it's not designed for that. It's a smaller unit for running those smaller electronic devices. And as you've seen, great for camping. You know, you can run a camping fridge off it, you know, charge a torch, charge your phone, you know, charge a drone or any other similar electronic devices and still have plenty of power coming in, even with the smallest of Bluetti's foldable solar panels being the 120 watt ones there. So anyhow guys, I can't really show you much more about it. By all means, have a look in the links below. I'll put where you can get it from, but basically Bluetti Australia. And I just think they're a fantastic idea out in a camping environment, or you know, at a campground where you can't use those more traditional generators because of fuel, noise and fumes. So I think it definitely has a place. Okay, hope you enjoyed the review. If you do, please give it the thumbs up, guys. And as always, we'll catch you on the next review.